Hello guys and welcome back to another video on my channel. On the 18th of November, Valve released Operation Shattered Web. With it, they released the AWP Gungnir, which became the biggest hype skin in the whole operation. In the beginning, everybody was really skeptical about the skin. Everybody thought it would just be the little brother of the Dragon Lore and it only sold for 300 euros on the Steam market. Now, 4 months later, it sells for $500 more than the AWP Dragon Lore in the same condition. Why is that a big deal? Ever since Operation and Operation drops are a thing, the prices rise after the operation has ended. This is easy to explain. On the one hand, the desire of the skin stays the same or is even increased because there's no operation and you can't drop it, you can only buy it. On the other hand, the drops are gone, so there's no more skins of these dropping, so the price will normally go up. Normally, the price would rise about 10 to 30%. This was quite normal because people knew that there would be a new operation in the next weeks, or sometimes months. Now, Shattered Web is the first operation in over 2 years. We do not know when the next operation is going to come or if this operation will get extended. But if Valve keeps things like that, we can expect the prices to increase more than the last operation drops. Now I want to show you how many of each operation skin exists. I will only focus the covert skins here, because these are the most desirable. And I will only go into more detail at the AWP Gungnir, because this is the most expensive skin. At the moment, there are 966 AK White Lotus in these conditions, 989 AWP the Princess, and 1244 AWP Gungnirs listed on csgo's float database. For comparison, there are over 5000 souvenir and non-souvenir AWP Dragon Lores in the world. Why is this a big thing? Well, just think about how many Dragon Lores have you encountered in your CSGO career. People would say about 1, 2. Just think about that there are 5 Dragon Lores for every Gungnir that you will find. About. I rounded it up, I know. This is a huge thing, because people only want the most desirable and the most rare things, and if the AWP Gungnir stays 5 times more rare than the AWP Dragon Lore, it will really inflate the price. Now you're probably wondering, Neon, why are there so few well-worn and battle-scarred AWPs in this operation? Well, first, the float only ranges to 0.60. Which means that the chance of getting a battle scar or well-worn one is not that big. The other thing is, if you want to trade up for one, even if you use the worst battle scarred Mjolnirs you find, you will every time get up to a field tested at least. You could trade up for a well-worn or battle scarred one if you put in skins from other operations, but normally people won't do that because the battle scarred ones are not that expensive. At last, you're probably wondering, why are there more AWP Gungnir's than all the other skins? Well, the only thing to explain it is trade-ups. If you look at the prices, if you look at the past sales of the trade-up skins, you will see that the AWP Gungnir is well more wanted, well more expensive, and in this case, well more trade-upped as the other skins. Now we combine these numbers with the numbers of CSGO's player base. CSGO had over 20 million unique players last month, and there are only 1250 AWP Gungnir's for these. If we calculate it a bit, we will see that you need about 1600 games until you meet one person with an AWP Gungnir. And now I want to show you the owners of these skins and why China plays a major role in that. To collect all this information, we have to go into a database and go through every profile with an AWP Gungnir in it. Good that I already spent 4 hours doing that, and here are the results that I found. I started with the factory new Gungnirs, and what I quickly realized is that most of them are owned by Chinese people. Out of the 467 factory new AWP Gungnirs, 336 are owned by Chinese people. That's about 72% of every factory new Gungnir. If we go into the worst Gungnirs, the statistic gets a little bit better. And in the end, I found out this. Out of 1244 Gungnirs, there are 567 Chinese owned ones. So nearly half of every Gungnir is owned by a Chinese guy. I'm not really sure how this will affect our prices. I know that the prices in Western markets are a little bit higher. I think this is because of the Gungnir is just rarer here because most of them are in the Chinese community and most of the Chinese people sell them on buff or at direct pay. So normally Chinese people sell to other Chinese people. But it will be really interesting to see how this will play out in the future. Now I want to give my opinion of what I think will happen to the price of the AWP Gungnir. I think if the operation doesn't get extended with more drops, the price will keep rising like it does at the moment. I think when the operation ends and there is no operation following after it, the price will keep rising into, I will just make a prediction, about $4,000 in field tested condition. So about let me calculate, about 60% more than at the moment. Would I recommend buying an AWP Gungnir and selling it for more later? I would say no. I think the risk is just too high at the moment that operations just get extended or Valve fucks something else up to drop the price rapidly. I think it is a good investment, but I think there are way better at the moment to do than the AWP Gungnir. I think that wraps it up really good. Feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments what you think will happen to the price. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment and subscribe. I am Neon and I'll see you guys in the next one.